super awesome lifetime storage shed built. I did not get a full time lapse of the whole thing. I tried, but my dog and my kids kept stealing my camera. So got a partial time lapse, and then my dad helped me build the rest of it while I took care of my kids. I've already started. We got our foundation. I've already put together these gables. They've got a little screen on the front here, which is nice. I've got the truss one. Tour of the shed. I did end up paying the extra, I think it was $75 for this base that they built, and all that this base is a steel frame, and then on top of it is plywood. I had these pavers, and you wanna play? Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. If you wanted to do this a cheap way, a good way that you could do it is to put pavers down, maybe a few, like 5 across instead of 4 across, and make them all level, and then put some plywood down on top of it. And that way you can anchor the shed down into the wall. Let me show you what the base is like. So the base comes in 2 pieces. There's this front piece and the back piece, and it's got this seam in the middle that you screw down together. And then it's got these anchor points in the corner, which I haven't put bolts into yet, but there's 4 of them, 1 in each corner. You can bolt it down into the base. So really, it's not super thick plastic, so it's not very durable, but if you put it on a piece of plywood, it would be just fine. Harper, sit. Good. Here is the tour of my shed. You can see I got the one with a vent on the one top and a window on the one side. Heading in. It opens up really nicely. I love the clasp on it. You can see it's just a basic that you assemble yourself. And then this second door has a lock on the top and the bottom, so that you only have to open one side, but you have the option to open both sides. So going in, I've got my lawnmower here, and it comes with these little hook things, but I probably could get some better ones. It also comes with these shelves and these 2 corner shelves and that shelf. So it's pretty tall. It has 2 vents on the top. They're just to add in a little light. They're not actually vents, they're just skylights. They're not totally transparent, so the sun isn't damaging your stuff. Same with this window, it's not totally transparent. It's got these sliding locks on either side, and then you just pull it out a little bit. It's got this lip. You just open that right up. Once you get it to this point, it has these 2 little barriers, so you have to lift it back forward to shove it down. But it adds some nice light into the shed if you need that. As you can see, I've got it all full of junk. I have not organized it at all yet, but it holds quite a bit. I got lots of empty space in here. So I will definitely be filling it up with some more organizational things like boxes and stuff so that I can maximize this space for sure. It's got pretty sturdy trusses up here. Pretty nice little space. Good value for the price. And super customizable. Like I said, you can pretty much move these shelves anywhere. It's got all these sideboards. And you can move these little hangers anywhere. Let's add more. They're not super sturdy. Like, I couldn't quite get them in. You can see there's little pre-made holes all over the shed. And I just tried to line them up, but I think I could actually just screw them straight into the plastic if I wanted to. I'm not sure I want to keep them where they're at, so I haven't made that commitment yet, but skinny, but good enough. All right, let's talk about my lifetime shed. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, and it's been great. Overall impressions of putting it together. This lifetime shed took about 4 hours to put together in all. I was expecting it to be a little bit easier. It actually was really simple to put together, but it took more muscle than I thought it would. I had my dad come over and help me with it, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it all by myself. You use a rubber mallet for a lot of it because it's kind of like Legos. It's all pieced together and you just put the pieces together, but some of those pieces are a little hard to put together because it's molded plastic, and I just wasn't quite strong enough to do that by myself, so I did need help. When I first put it together, the doors did not line up, and I was really concerned that that was just going to be kind of an issue that would continue on and would be annoying for the lifetime of the shed. But actually, once we got it all put together and we just shut the doors, after it sat and kind of settled in the sun for a few days, then the doors started shutting really nicely. So now the doors are great. They are perfectly lined, and I have heard that if you leave the doors open on like a hot day, it can cause it to go out of alignment. So I totally could see how that would happen. Overall, just, it's a great shed. I've loved it. It looks super nice. I'm excited that we don't have to do all kinds of maintenance with paint and stuff to keep it up, and that it was so easy to just put in. In my yard, we can't have a permanent structure there, so this is a really nice not permanent structure that I can put over that edge line on my property that I'm not technically allowed to have permanent structures on. I love the Lifetime shed. I love Lifetime products. Stay tuned for a Lifetime swing set that I am going to attempt to put together with the help of my family.